Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. And it is Friday, October 23rd. And I have to tell you, it is Friday.
Yeah.
It is definitely Friday.
Not feeling the whole
Working thing.
today.
Not at all. Especially since we're going to be working tomorrow, too, because we have missing staff. So
Right.
we have, at 2:30, we're going to be doing a live video for that. So it's
Oh, we're working all weekend.
not
'cause
really feeling this.
I'm dying Sunday, so.
Anyway,
We will soldier on.
it was just, I couldn't think of the words. I'm like, cheers, then what?
Podcast over.
Yeah, goodbye.
Cheers.
Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Okay, so what are you drinking?
I'm doing I Love Lemon. Just looking for anything to
Boost you up?
get me through.
Okay, well, I am drinking,
Because I totally forgot about that and I wanted to try it. But
we got the advent calendar, the tea advent calendar from Sipology Tea. Our friend Heather is a rep for it, and we got it through them. And with our advent calendar came the October tea in this awesome tin. I adore this tin.
yeah.
With an orange top. And the tea is Munchkin Pumpkin Cider. And I have to tell you, it has great big huge chunks of stuff in it. This is not like just loose leaf tea. It has chunks of papaya and great big chunks of papaya and apple and banana chips and apricots. It's just full
banana. That's what you smell. What I smell.
Oh, okay. It's full of lots of stuff. It actually is very good.
Can I taste yours?
Yeah. It's a sweeter tea. There are times when I want something tart and I do my cranberry. This is definitely a sweeter tea.
Well, that's actually really nice.
But it's like a warm cidery tea.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god, that's perfect. Fall morning.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like that.
So Munchkin Pumpkin Cider Tea from Sipology. Very good. I recommend. And it is the perfect temperature right now. Okay, so yesterday we drove up to see my mom, and
we got reminded that it's fall.
we miss it here because
And we're not traveling because usually in October we'd be going to Rhinebeck, we'd be going to this weekend we'd be in North Carolina for South.
right.
And you see all the trees and everything then, but down here we don't have leaf trees.
Right, we don't have deciduous trees. So we only have the evergreens, the scrubby pine type
Right.
trees. So we don't get the changing of the leaves. And even if we weren't traveling to Rhinebeck and that kind of thing, we'd be going back and forth to Montclair
Well, and
a lot
I mean,
more.
we'd also be out and about. I mean, we'd be going up to Joanne's, we'd be doing
Yeah.
this, we'd be doing that, we'd be whatever, and we're just not. And it's just like we were driving up and it's like, oh,
Look,
yeah.
fall happened.
look how pretty fall is.
It's like all of a
It's
sudden,
not, disgusting gray fog, which is what we have.
it's just, it's all these bright colors.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. New Jersey is such a gorgeous state.
And Montclair in particular, I mean, it's just old trees and just great big huge trees and
Right.
the leaves are down and you just remember kicking through leaves and leaf piles and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. Have you seen the video of the dogs that just get so excited about the leaf piles and they go running and dive right in? I mean, I love it. Love it. I'm very glad that we don't have to rake the leaves. I will put
Right.
that out there. But it's I miss the colors.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much miss the colors. So
We have mushrooms. They're kind of gross.
all of a sudden, it's like they're popping up all over the ground because
And
it's
they-
been so damp.
They just appear. I mean, within hours, there's just like a full-blown mushroom.
Yeah.
And some of them are really pretty gross looking.
Some of them look like jellyfish. They're just spreading across the ground. It's like,
Yeah.
There are a couple that are very, very small that are like a brownish gray that are actually kind of pretty, and you can almost see the fairies sitting under them.
Yeah, I know there are a couple that are the white toadstools.
Right.
Those are cute because you see, as you said, you see the fairies or the gnomes or whatever
Right.
moving underneath them. But
And then there's some that just are like blobs that are spreading across the ground.
I do not like damp.
No, and it is damp. This is definitely a damp October.
We're in a. There's just a fog hanging over the island because you drive over the bridge and it's like driving out of Brigadoon.
It burned off on Wednesday, I guess it was. We had fog.
Yeah.
And then it burned off at around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just in time for. No, we weren't here yesterday at that time.
Oh, okay.
So I think it must have been Wednesday. It burned off at about 3:34, and then the sunset.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look.
It does make a pretty sunset. The fog. I will give it that.
Yeah. But it was nice visiting with my mom. We haven't seen her for about a month because I was sick right around the time we were supposed to go the last time, and we gave ourselves plenty of time in between.
Yeah.
So it was nice to sit and chat. And we were explaining English paper piecing to her. So we now have her very excited. And the next time we go up, we have to come up with lots of hexagons and lots of bits and pieces of fabric and some needles and thread so that we can sit and do some English paper piecing together. Because she gets very excited. She's just like us. I mean, we get it in a direct line. we see a new project and we get very excited about it and go all in.
And English
and then forget it.
The paper piecing is perfect for her because she can be sedentary. She doesn't have to pull out a machine.
Because every time we talk about the quilts that we're making, she says, I have a machine somewhere. I have to dig it out. But it's a project.
Yeah.
It's a real project to dig out a machine.
You have to dig out the machine. You have to make sure it works. You have to clear a space for it.
Right. So this with little bits of fabric and some
a needle and thread.
Yeah. And she used to do lots of sewing things.
Yeah.
So she's very, very comfortable with a needle and thread. So we shall see. And then we had, I thought that I should probably mention that we have a book club. And we're reading a book for October. I finished The Ninth House. That was the book we read in September by Leah Bardugo. And I actually enjoyed it. I thought it took a little bit of time to get going. But near the end, it was one of those where I just wanted to don't bother me, I'm reading type of thing. I got to that point. So it was a very interesting premise, and I did enjoy it. However, it does deal with magic and mysticism and the darker arts and that kind of thing. So if that is not your cup of tea, this is not your book. But we, at the beginning of the year, when we were planning out the book club, we wanted to try and do different genres.
Right.
So that was kind of...
that was our
magical,
and also, I mean, people are putting it into horror categories, so that was like as far into horror as you and I will go.
Right.
So,
so for October, our pick was real life nonfiction. So we are reading My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell, and this is based on an English family that moved to Corfu in Greece shortly after the war. And I have started reading it, and I have to say, it is very good. It is really, really good. And we have had several people point out, we did know this, but we've had several people point out that there is also a PBS series called The Durrells of Corfu, which is on Amazon Prime. So once we finish reading it, we get to watch it. Because I think one of our friends pointed out that the scenery is spectacular.
Also, I think the show is very good.
Yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to that a lot. So that is the book club. My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell. If you would like to join us, I know that is 23rd of October and maybe not the best time to be bringing up the October book, but hey, it's still October, so.
I was going to say, you've got plenty of time.
Yeah. A Lonely Night in October. Have you caught up for the days?
No. I'm reading I'm caught up in my book.
Oh, so what book are you?
The Hazelwood.
Oh, okay. So, Holding Up?
Yeah, it's getting good. So it's dark fairy tales. Very dark. So.
Oh. Have a feeling I'm gonna like this.
Yeah,
very
no,
much.
this is right up your alley.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I was talking to my mom about this the other day, yesterday. I am listening to A Villa in Italy by Elizabeth Edmondson. Again, shortly after the war. I'm not sure. Keep coming back.
Somehow or other, I think we belong in England shortly after the war.
Anyway, this is a book about 4 strangers who find out that they are beneficiaries in a will. And the woman owned a villa in Italy, and they have to gather in the villa and figure out what they are inheriting. And they're 4 complete strangers. They don't know each other. They don't know why they are connected to this woman because they don't know her at all. So they're not sure why she's leaving them something. It's very, very good. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm listening to it on Audible. And I was explaining to my mom, there was one point where they're describing this hot, sunny day in Italy where you're on the hillside and you have the sun beating on your back and you look down and there's the sea, and they're talking about the fountains and the water's coming down, and it's a hillside of fountains. So it drops from one fountain to another all the way down the hillside. I mean, it sounds fascinating.
So like a waterfall?
It's almost, but it's not,
But it's
because
an
it's
actual
fountains. Because
Okay.
there's a fountain here, and then it goes underground and comes into the next
Okay.
fountain, and there's
Okay.
and then, and
Yeah.
it's really, really, really cool. And I'm imagining this, and I can feel the sun beating on my back as I'm sewing on the sun porch. And then I look up, and I am surrounded by gray fog because we're in the middle of a foggy area right now. And I thought, this is the power of this book. That I feel the sunshine on my back as
Right.
I'm sewing, and I expect to lift my head and be absolutely blinded, and I'm in the midst of a fog. So it's really good. Elizabeth Edmondson. It's A Villa in Italy. If you want to listen to the book, it is on Audible. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just really, really enjoying it so much.
I am almost done The Book of Lost Friends by Lisa Wingate, which... Right, Beth?
Can't wait for you to finish.
Right. This will be right up there with 10,000 Doors of January and The Nightingale on the top of the list for this year. So
It is, oh my God, it's such a good book. Really like that book. All right. So that's the book club that we had to talk about.
And then the last thing is tomorrow, and actually today is the start of Missing Staff. So there are a whole bunch of vendor presentations today on their Facebook group, and then we are tomorrow from 2:30 to 3, and then there will be others on Sunday as well. So if you guys are looking forward to another virtual fiber festival, come over to the Facebook group Missing Staff.
Yeah.
And we will be live on Facebook tomorrow.
2:30 to 3.
2:30 to 3.
And then our last thing is, a couple of weeks ago, we got interviewed by Christy Glass.
Yes.
So we are going to be, I'm pretty sure Monday is when she's releasing the video. She told us it was going to be the 26th. So
Yeah.
look out for that on Christy Glass Knits, because we are going to be the video of that day.
Yes.
That was kind
Very
of exciting.
Cool.
So we're going to be doing that too. And we talk about, well,
We talk about everything.
yeah,
So
yarn, COVID, it's all in there.
dogs.
Yeah. All right. So we have to get going because, as you know, all Advent, all the time until they leave, you will know when they leave because you will hear the screams from New Jersey. And you will see the annual...
The dead bodies.
No, you will see the annual Helen dancing down the hallway video as the Advents leave the house. So hopefully, we're hoping early next week.
Yeah. Mid next week.
Starting early next week, maybe? I don't know. We'll
No,
see.
because
We'll see.
I'm dying the last of them Sunday, so we need
Yeah.
at least Tuesday or Wednesday for dry.
Dry, right.
So.
Foggy. It's taking a
Yeah.
while to dry. Okay, so we got to get going. We will, we hope you guys have a wonderful
Yeah, have
weekend.
a great weekend. Have a crafty weekend.
Yeah, and we will see you on Monday, unless you're coming to Missing Staff, and then maybe we'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
Sorry. One very final thing. It's Friday.
It is.
It's Bake Off.
It's Bake Off Day.
It's Bake Off Day. We get when
and
we're done.
we're pretty sure it's pastry week.
Yep. When we get done doing everything, we have tons and tons of minis to twist. So we get to watch the Great British Bake Off while we twist minis. I'm very excited because Friday is a good day.
Yes.
Netflix, Great British Bake Off. All right, now.
Okay, go forth and create, everybody.
Bye.